Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ernest Mampana from the Self-M FX Traders, and I welcome you back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, be sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Thank you so much for 24,000 subscribers, guys. It's been a very long journey, and I really appreciate that. The goal is to hit 25,000 subscribers before the year ends, and that would be possible if you share my videos to those who are willing to see this kind of content. And also, do not forget, we have a Telegram group where we're sharing our setups every week. So today's video is going to be market analysis once again, and this one will be very much different because I was only editing the analysis that I have. Instead of me starting from scratch now explaining what is going on, I was just now editing whatever that we have on the market, and now can't wait to see exactly what's going to happen in the future. So we're not going to go down and like delete everything that we have drawing from scratch. I already have videos about it. So if I'm analyzing Euro USD and you feel like you don't understand, you can check my previous videos to see how I got everything. It's just a waste of time for me to now delete everything and start from scratch. Without wasting much time, let's get it.
Okay, okay, but I will never do it. Right now they are watching me doing it. This thing in my hole is like a movie. I knew it and I did it.
Thank you so much for choosing this video, and once again, thank you so much for 24,000 subscribers. If you are new to this channel, be sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Today I have a very special pair that I want to start with, and that is GER30. I've never done GER30 in this channel, so I feel like it's necessary for me to now start doing pairs like GER30 for those who are interested in them. Without wasting much time, let's now check the GER30. On the screen right now we have a GER30, and of which this is the first time ever in this channel we're having something like this. We never analyzed GER30, so I felt like maybe I should just do something that I have never done before. This is GER30, so we're going to start right here. Obviously, this is how I approach the market, and the way I approach the indices is that obviously indices are very bullish, so we need to also look for those moves to the downside. As I always say to my premium members, that with these indices, the moves to the upside are not that strong compared to the moves to the downside, and that one I don't want to argue with you, because you can see right here. Let me zoom. As I zoom right here, you would see right here we had 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 candles to the upside, but look at this one impulse completes all those 7 candles, and this impulse candlestick is to the downside. So the moves to the downside comes impulsively compared to the moves to the upside, and that is why I am saying that I need to pay attention to it. So here I am on a 4-hour time frame. I can still say I'm seeing something like this, which I'll be cutting the price in the middle. Can have something like this and have this as a false breakout, and then have something like this right here. Now as we can see right here, we have impulse move, obviously a correction. We're also going to wait for an impulse move to the upside again. From here we continue going to the upside. Already we have 3 touches, so we're just going to wait to see exactly what would happen when the market opens. We had this touch right here, we had this touch right here, we also had this touch right there. So we're just going to wait to see exactly what would happen once the market opens. But my anticipation is that we need to come back down here, at least see something like a double bottom before we can now continue going up. And if that's not going to happen, then we're going to have something like an impulse move right here. We're going to have a correction right here, and then that's where we're going to get our entry. Let us switch to a smaller time frame to see exactly if the market will give us that correction or that double bottom we're talking about. Here I am on a 15 minutes, and I can see that okay, we have this one right here, and from here I can anticipate a move to the upside. Or if that is not happening, then obviously my prediction would be a double bottom, then we continue going to the upside. The move is to the upside, however we need to wait for a breakout or a double bottom to happen. So that's my view on GER30. Right now on the screen I have Euro USD. You can see that I already have some drawing here, and I wouldn't just wanna recreate them again. So if you want to know how I accomplished these ones right here, then you need to look at the video that I did last week. I did analyze this pair. I deleted everything and started from scratch. So right now I'm just going to explain what is happening. We've been going to the upside and we kind of like came to the downside right here, creating this wedge right here. Now we are waiting to see what will happen. Last week we anticipated that the market will now break and then continue going up inside this minor channel that we're having inside right there, and that happened with the favor of NFP. So NFP result came out good, so we shot up as we anticipated. Currently we are trending, the price is outside the channel right here, and we want to see exactly where the market is heading to. My anticipation is that we are still going up, at least up until this area right here. But as I said before, this wouldn't just happen in just one day. It might take like months to get to that level right there. So we're going to patiently wait and keep on scaling up until we get to this point right here. Let us switch to a smaller time frame to see the channel that we had last week, and also to adjust our analysis to see exactly what we can do from here. This is the analysis that I had from last week, as I said, and if you want to see how I accomplished this one right here, then be sure you check on the previous video. People might have something different, like something like this. As I was just busy, I noticed that this right here is still valid. So you can have something like this and not have these lines right here. It is still okay. We are still looking for the very same thing. You and I are still looking for the very same thing. We just had different analysis. So let us look on a 4-hour time frame if we have something new there, and if we don't have something new there, then we will continue moving to a smaller time frame. Okay, we are seeing that we just broke out at this. Now we are above the trend line. We're waiting patiently to see the market coming back here, maybe retest at this area, then continue going up. But when are we going to get our entries? That's the main point. We need to now scale down and to see exactly when and where. If I were to mark my sensitive areas, I would now take this one right here, because it has been tested now. We know that we are waiting for a retest or maybe a move to the downside up until at these areas right here before we can continue going up with this market. It might be a false breakout, but we're just going to wait and see what is going to happen. What I like to do Monday after NFP, I would just wait and see exactly what would happen here. I wouldn't just go in just like that. I would wait up until the market is at its normal state before I can now go in. We just had NFP, we pushed to the upside, and based on what I'm seeing right now, we might have a lot of retest to do before we can get those entries to the upside. We are now confident that we are going to the upside, unless if the market now comes back in this channel right here. So let us switch to a smaller time frame. So here I am on a smaller time frame, and as you can see right here on a smaller time frame, I had this type of a channel. This was last week where we had this one right here. The market was at these areas, and we anticipated that the market will come back here, giving us a retest and then continue going up. So it happened like that, even though it didn't get to this area to be specific, but it did went down, and then now we are up there. Currently we just hit at this level right here, so we're just going to wait to see if the market will come back down here to retest at this area, and if it doesn't, then we will continue going down to retest and then continue going up. This was just an update actually from the previous video. So we are waiting for a retest to happen, because now we've been going up with the favor of NFP. So just going to wait and see exactly what is going to happen, and if we have a new entry, obviously we will update you in the Telegram group, which I urge you to join if you are not in the Telegram group already. So that was my view on Euro USD. We are patiently waiting for the entry to the upside. The next one that I'm going to look at is GBP USD. And just like Euro USD, we've been analyzing GBP USD. I have videos where we analyzed GBP USD. We're just going to do some adjustments, right? I'm not gonna go and now cut off everything and now start from the scratch. Okay, so on a daily time frame, we had this channel, of which it was a great one. I feel like we can now capitalize more from this pair. We've been capitalizing, and I feel like we're still gonna capitalize even more, because if you can pay attention closely, we have a W pattern that is forming already. It's something like this. Obviously, to get here, it would take some time. All right, so we just need to be patient with it and move with it as it goes. We need to be scaling as the price is going up. So that's my first thing that I'm looking at. We are looking at a double bottom that is being formed. Now we're just waiting for the entries to the upside. So I'm going to do this just to cater these touches right here. Now we can see that even though we are waiting for that W formation, we can see that the market kind of like at that trend line right there. So one thing that we can wait for is to see if the market will be playing above this or below this trend line right here. And if the market is playing below this trend line right here, that does not mean our setup is invalid. Remember, our W pattern will be invalidated once the market gets to break this level right here. Once the market gets to break this level, now that's where we can say now the market, our setup is being invalidated like that. For now, I wouldn't say our setup is invalidated. However, I would just wait up until maybe we get another entry. Maybe it can come back down right here to give us a third touch, of which is like a triple bottom. Obviously, triple bottom is still part of reversal structure or reversal pattern, so we're going to wait and then we continue going up with it. So we'll just wait to see exactly how this week will be, but my anticipation is that we are still going up. So I would also mark this level right here as a level of sensitivity for me. Now let us switch to a smaller time frame to see exactly how we can now go about it. Here I am on a 4-hour time frame. As you can see, I've been kind of like analyzing and analyzing and analyzing. We've been chowing, we've been closing those profits. I remember we spotted this inverse head and shoulder somewhere right here, and as you can see, just completed that inverse head and shoulder. Now what's next is that we are waiting to see what would happen right here. My anticipation is the market might come back inside this channel and then continue going up just like that. So I'll be waiting to see as to what is happening. As I said before, a week after NFP, especially Monday after NFP, I don't usually like to take trades. I will just like to observe exactly how it's going on the market, and once the market is back to its normal form, then that's when I'm going to take some actions. Now let us switch to US30. On the screen right now I have US30, and let us look at it. As I said before, I already have this analysis, so I'm not going to delete and then recreate everything. I'm just going to explain what is happening here. So with my US30 analysis, I noticed that from here up until here, it was a very impulsive move, but when it gets here, US30 kind of like gave us a consolidation move right here. But during that phase, I managed to spot this channel right here to the upside. We've been waiting for the market to get here. I think I did a video when we were here, and I said let us buy US30. Those were my targets right there, and as you can see, we are still moving towards that. But obviously I couldn't hold up until that area, so I keep on like trailing my stop loss, and somehow my stop loss got triggered, obviously in a positive profits. But anyway, this is what I want to talk about today. Is we can see now the US30 is kind of like in a consolidation phase again, minor consolidation phase. So let us switch to a smaller time frame to see how we can capitalize from that. Here I am on a 4-hour time frame, and as you can see right here, I have this impulse move right here, and the market is kind of like now playing between zone to zone. So my anticipation is that from this right here, it now can break and continue going up. So what I will do from here, now that I know that the market is kind of like moving from zone to zone, I would just copy this one right here and put it somewhere right here. So this now gives me an idea where to buy and where to sell. So as I am right now, I am here in the middle between these zones. So I'll be waiting to see the market at least coming back down here, and once that is happened, we can now continue going up. After the breakout, we will obviously continue to hit this level right here, or maybe to come back down to retest and then give us another entry right here to the upside. So we'll be looking for buying opportunities again here on US30. So I just switched to 15 minutes time frame. On a 15 minutes time frame, I don't want to force this one right here, so I would just wait up until the structure is very clear. But for now, if I were to force this one right here, I can see that the market has given me this kind of a zone right there where we had impulse move to the downside. Now we are correcting, and then we can now go back again down here. I'm waiting to see the market going down at least up until these areas right here before now we can continue going up. It will be a very good opportunity if the market can come back down here to give us another test at this zone right here. Once it gets to this zone, or even somewhere around this area, we shouldn't be waiting for that zone to happen. Even if somewhere around these areas, we can still try to get our entries at this level right here. So but once the market gets to this point right here, or this point right here, that's when we're going to enter, and it will be a good opportunity for us to hold this position to the upside. That's my view on US30. Now let us look at gold. On the screen right now, I have gold, of which already I did my analysis long time ago. I keep on putting some new things, and yeah, I understand the chart is a bit messy right now, but that's how I understand my craft. I already know what I'm looking at, and even if I switch to a smaller time frame, I still have the chart in my mind on a bigger time frame. So yeah, I understand it can be something like you do not understand, but yeah, let me know down there if you didn't understand, so I would break it down up until to the current point. So with gold, it's very simple. You can also check the series that I had on gold. So we had this move to the upside right here, a very impulse move to the upside, and we had this correction right here, gave us a double bottom. Then that's when we went in for a buy. Obviously we got out on a stop loss, that's fine. But one thing that I want to talk about right here is that we had this channel right here, we broke the channel. Instead of retesting the channel, now we came back inside that channel, created another form of a correction right here, which gave us a new channel to the downside. If you have been in this channel for a very long time, you would understand this type of analysis that we have right here, and if you are not familiar with it, then you can check the videos that I had on gold. So we are still going to continue with this analysis, nothing new. We're just going to just explain as to how we can now spot our new entries and how we can scale to the upside. The long-term move, we are still waiting to see the market reaching at this point, but the market wouldn't reach that point like instantly. We're still going to have some ups and downs. So let us see on a smaller time frame as to how we can now achieve this and how we can get our entries. Back to 4-hour time frame, as you can see, as I said before, we had a lot of analysis right here that were going on, but we are going to focus on the current one. So currently we had this channel right here to the upside, of which it was moving very good up until right here where we were kind of like consolidating. So we waited there, we were patient with it, and NFP came in, it shot up like we anticipated. I remember we had a session during the week, and we anticipated that the market will now come back to this area right here. As we saw, we had this touch right here, we had another one right here, we had another one right here, and we were anticipating that the market will come at this area right here. Now the market is there, and what's next? what I'm looking at currently is that the market will now come back down here to retest at this level again, and then now we continue going up. As I said before, most of my pairs, they are on a retest phase, so I wouldn't just go in like that. I'm waiting for the right moment or the right opportunity to go in. So yeah, I'm currently waiting to see this move right here to the downside, and once that is done, we're going up. This is how the structure looks like on an hour time frame. And if I were to be honest with you guys, this analysis right here has been here for a week. I think we took this position by Monday and we only hit TP when Friday. So yeah, it takes time with gold and you need to be patient with it. But one thing I realized about gold is that it will give you this impulse move and then it will correct for a very long time. Give you the impulse move, correct for a very long time. If we can scroll back right here, you would see what I'm talking about. Every time we had an impulse move, then we need to correct or retest at the previous levels. So we had this one right here, impulse move, then we are correcting. If I were to scroll back again, I can draw something like this right here. It's not accurate, but that's one thing you should learn. We had this correction, impulse move, came back to retest in a corrective manner, giving us a double bottom right there, and then now we continue going up. So these are the things that you need to look at when you are trading gold. I can say this is a tip that I'm leaving you with when you are trading gold. Once you have this impulse move, just know that a correction is coming and it will take time before you get to see another impulse move. That's how I managed to capitalize on gold. Once the impulse moves are done, I know that we are on a correction phase, and during the correction phase, I'm going to engage with my 15 minutes time frame or 5 minute time frame just to get in and out of the market. Most of the time I'll be scalping, especially when we are correcting, but once that is done, once the consolidation phase is done, then that's where we're going in very hard. That's my views on gold. We are waiting for a retest, and if it doesn't give us a correction move, then we are continue going up. If you have came up this far, then I thank you so much. Be sure you hit that like button, because obviously you reached this far, it means that you like the content. Be sure you hit that like button. Let me know if you have reached this end. Let me know down there in the comment section what was your favorite pair and what are your thoughts on the pairs that I just analyzed, and also let me know how will you be trading this week, a week after NFP. It's very much interesting. That's where we're going to capitalize even more. So yeah, if you have reached up until this very end, I really appreciate you, and I hope you be a faithful member to this channel. My name is Ernest Mampana from the FX Traders. I will see you on the next video.